Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. So how are you guys today? I'm Lynn from Alumni Kiwanis Down Syndrome Foundation. Today is the 21st of March and is the World Down Syndrome Day. I'm very excited now because I'm about to meet our special guest where we'll be talking about the current theme this year, #and the stereotypes. This theme is very personal and very near to my heart as I have a 9-year-old boy with Down syndrome. But do you know why the 21st of March has been chosen as the World Down Syndrome Day? Take a guess. The date is very unique. Being the 21st day of the third month, it signifies the uniqueness of triplication of the 21st chromosome that causes Down syndrome. The World Down Syndrome Day has been fully recognized by the United Nations since 2012, where we promote full inclusion for the Down syndrome community. So let's together advocate full equality for the Down syndrome community on this World Down Syndrome Day. Let's go. Our special guest today who will be joining me to talk about the current theme, none other than Mr. Sunny Shalash, aka Coach Sunny, who is the founder of Pan-Disability Football. Welcome, Coach.
Hello. Thank you, Puan, for inviting me.
So, before we delve into the theme, let's get to know him better. First and foremost, Coach Sunny is a specialist in football training for the special needs community, having received certifications from the AFC and the English FA through the Disability Football Coaching Education and the Disability Football Development Program, respectively. With these credentials under his belt, together with more than 30 years of experience as a football player himself and as a coach, he then developed the concept of football for 10 categories of people with disability and established the Pan-Disability Football model since the year 2006. Coach Sunny is no stranger to driving programs revolving around the special needs community, with collaborative corporate and commercial partners such as the CIMB Bank Berhad, Maybank Berhad, just to name a few. In 2019, Pan-Disability Football, together with its technical partner, DG, currently known as Celcom DG, created an innovative prototype called Foot Braille. It lets the visually impaired to watch football in which the movement of the ball is synced to the game and enables the blind to watch and cheer at the same time with others. So we got a glimpse of the Down syndrome kids training futsal just now at Republic of Futsal in Subang.
Yes.
Yeah. So how was training today?
First, I've got to say that I missed them. I haven't met them for 2 weeks in the Chinese New Year. It's good to be back here, our home ground, Republic of Futsal. I hope one day I can change the name of this place to Republic of Disability Futsal. A home for disabled football. Things have been good, just ended our training. Expected children are a little bit slow today because of the break. Normally when they have a long break, so they tend to forget a few things, but we'll get over that by next week.
Okay. And as you know, we are celebrating the World Down Syndrome Day today, where we promote full equality for the Down syndrome community. So, and the hashtag for this year is End the Stereotype. Please tell us more about Pan-Disability Football's work with our Down syndrome kids and youth.
Well, Pan-Disability Football is a specialized organization that I established in 2003. In fact, it has been around earlier on. I mean, in my own capacity as a brother of a disabled brother, and of course I used to support my wife's work in NGO. And what started off as recreational physical education using a ball turned out to be a monster. Today we have 11 categories of disability football under the Pan-Disability Football movement. And as I said, what started off as a social development football for people with disabilities, today we are proud to say that we have national teams national teams representing the country and winning medals for the country. Down syndrome football that we have started is still very much geared towards the physical development, the foundations of gross motor movement for these children, because we all know that as we can see, many of these children they have difficulties in jumping, balancing, sprinting, turning around. All they could do is just walk straight. So football as a social development tool and for physical well-being, that's what we are doing with the Down syndrome children today.
Thank you, Coach. I'm aware that you even merge team with different abilities, such as the Down syndrome and the Asperger players, creating a unique inclusion and union among them. But at the start, Coach, personally, did you have any kind of stereotyping when it comes to the Down syndrome kids and youth abilities in football?
First things first, name it any classification, whether they are Asperger's or whether they are under the autistic spectrum or whether they are Down syndrome. As a coach, I have a brother who is disabled. We have to look at them as a human being first, okay, with a different ability. Now, as you mentioned just now, I have Asperger's, I have Down syndrome, and I merge them. Why we merge them is because we have to start from somewhere. You see, it is not right for me to make an announcement and say, do you have an Asperger child? Anybody out there with Asperger children, please come and see me. So what we do is we say that if you have a special needs child, we can play together. Let's play together. Now, when you put them all together, and then it's always starting with fun football, like I said, the fundamentals of movement, very important. From there, I start to classify. I speak to parents, I ask parents, what did the pediatrician tell you? What's the report? Is your child diagnosed with an autism spectrum? Is he Down syndrome? Obviously we can see the child is having Down syndrome, but you can't say when the child is having learning difficulties. So when I start to assess and evaluate their performance and their response towards physical education and football, they haven't even gone to football match yet using the ball. Then I start to classify them. It's like this group of children, they belong in the Down syndrome bracket, and then this group of children, they're Asperger syndrome, they belong in this bracket. Of course, there are different age groups as well, and I cannot put a 20-year-old boy with an autism with a 6-year-old Down syndrome child. It doesn't work that way. It's just going to be a bit dangerous. So assessment, evaluation, having fun with the ball, identifying and classifying them, and that is where we are today. So we have specific classes. I do merge. When I still merge two separate categories, only when there is a progress, there's some achievement from particular individuals, children or adults, and when we see that they are able to perform at a different standard, then we group them together to become a more visible, proper football team with the intention of high performance training. Now when they have acquired that basic knowledge through the social development football, then we put them. So this is what's happening today, where we have a high intensity group. I wouldn't say high performance, high intensity training group that consists of youth with autism and Down syndrome. And anytime soon we're going to have our first friendly match. Guess what? Versus children from a mainstream football club. But why is that so? Why can't they just play among themselves? But then again, this is our message to Malaysia. If you think that these children are different, and I think that needs to be changed, because I'm doing this because I want them to be included in the society, and the opponent team, which are basically normal children, will play alongside, will play side by side, and we will be able to tell the opponent team that, boys, look here, you're going to play against a very special team. Winning isn't everything. You're going to score 5-0 against them. God bless you. Congratulations. But the real winner here is that you played alongside with a specific blessed category of children. Just trying to make Malaysia smaller.
Well, I guess your effort now, and hopefully soon we will see some of the, what you call, from the grassroots of the society, which are the neurotypical kids in school out there, can actually become the nucleus spreading awareness about the Down syndrome kids and youth. I guess when you have a lot of experience training with our Down syndrome kids and youth, do you have any special moments that, totally break the stereotyping? I mean, I know that from talking to you, you don't have much of stereotyping of any kids, but if there's any special moment with these kids that you would like to share, when when I do A, I train the child with this way, the progress and also the achievement is like an aha moment for you.
Well, it happens all the time. There's so many great moments and inspiring moments displayed, performed by these participants, these students. When we speak about stereotype, I think this is one of the issues faced today. I have to bring my attention towards the nation builders are talking about the youths of tomorrow. And these are volunteers at the universities. And I can safely say that if I receive 50 volunteers, almost 90% of them not even met a disabled child. They don't even know that an autistic child exists in the society, and how do you identify that? So I think we, alongside with the parents and the children, are doing Malaysia a favor. We're actually educating the society. See? So when they come and participate, and we are able to educate these volunteers, these participants, those are the special moments, because the children are performing to their ability, not the disability. And this is the message we tell to the students. And we have trained a lot of them out there. I have to mention thank you very much to UiTM, University Malaya, MSU. So many universities have participated into our program. And we've got fantastic feedback. It's like what we want them what we want to hear is that, okay, now I know how to handle, how to engage with a child with Down syndrome. Our opportunity to educate the society are the greatest moments.
Great, thank you, Coach. That's very touching indeed. As a parent, just to know that. Okay, being the head coach of the Malaysian national blind football team.
Coincidentally.
In 2015, you led the team to clinch the gold medal in the Asian Paralympic Games. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And again, last year, we got the silver medal. So on the same token, how would you inspire your Down syndrome players to motivate themselves in their personal growth and development through their passion and interest in football?
Okay, so it's just the same. It's just being differently able in two different classifications. So that is actually how it's the same story. When I started the blind football team, we didn't have a team. It was all about grassroots coaching. It was all about opportunities to play. We know that there are some blind youth, in brickfields, and then I went to coach them and said, "Do you want to play football?" Some got offended. It's like, can't you see I'm blind? That's why I want to coach you. I'm not interested in coaching the sighted people. So I know how it's done, and I would like to establish start up a blind football team in our country. And they believed in me. Had to find money to fund their movements, all these things, and we just train. And when we came to a time at a certain level where you reach in training high intensity, and we are ready to present this team to the Sports Council, and they sent us to play in the Southeast Asia Para Games or the ASEAN Para Games. and it's equivalent to the SEA Games. In 2013, at the very first attempt, we came back with a silver medal. And in 2015, I'm having goosebumps. Out of nowhere, training. And nobody expected us to win the gold medal. We defeated Thailand, the undisputed champion. So, training will result in glory, victory, but that's not the peak. The objective of grassroots training and all these things is for you to have an opportunity to display your ability, to enjoy the sport. Being a gold medal winner is just icing on the cake. It's doing it for your country, negaraku Malaysia. The country sends you, the Kementerian Belia Sukan sends you, and we actually delivered gold medal number 50, which is actually their target. So they erupted in joy. It's like we went there without salary, without allowance, nothing. We just went demi negara lah. So disability football is different than mainstream football, where it's all about big money. Professional players get paid well, but no, disabled footballers do not get paid. We play from our hearts, and they actually give 210% when they represent the country. So having said that, I think Down syndrome football, we are heading towards that. Remember I mentioned things about when they reach a certain level, then we switch them into high intensity training. Well, I have a plan for our Malaysian intellectual disabled team. It's an umbrella for disabled ID football, to have friendly match with Singapore, which I have already done it before in 2003, 2015. So I'm going to prepare this team, and we're going to present this team, and we're going to play versus Singapore. Maybe we win goal again, and maybe we'll go on to play with Thailand. So what is all this about? Why can't we just keep training? But then again, as they become adults, they love medals, they love trophies, just like their abangs and what they see in TV. It's like, play football, you get medal. They sleep with the medal forward. So this is where we're heading, and I can say safely that I see potential. We have the talents already to form our intellectual disabled futsal team, and we represent Malaysia in our capacity as special footballers, and hopefully the Ministry of Sports will notice that there is this breed of ID footballers carrying the Malaysian flag and doing this proud.
I guess no matter whether they are special needs kids or neurotypical ones, they would love to have the achievements to be celebrated, right? So the most important is for us to give that opportunity first, then we can celebrate the success. And also the experience. I guess experience itself is a success for them. Because then they can, can talk about it to their friends, to their parents, to their siblings, right? So I guess with you, coach, the sky is the limit.
I'm doing my best.
Good. Right. With your passion in raising the awareness of special needs community in Malaysia, I believe back in 2020, you were doing quite a work in the production of the film Eye on the Ball, which tells the true tale of our national heroes, the Malaysian national blind football team, about their life journey. It's a true story, life journey, how they have to beat the odds and to get to the road of success. So fast forward to the current time, would you like to share anything to our society out there to diminish the stereotyping of our Down syndrome community in general?
Yep. Talking about the film first, the film there was a gala premiere, a big gala premiere, but it didn't make it to the cinemas because of COVID-19. On the day of the film release, that's where MCO hit the country. So the film is just gone, it's forgotten. It's just too bad, But the honor of producing this film with some reputable producers and directors, and thank you to the Star Media Group. I mean, the film was basically a tool for us to to achieve our dream of having our own training center. Hoping that Malaysians will view the film and proceeds from the sales. It will help us to build our dream center. I don't know where's the dream center. I'm still dreaming. And talking about stereotype, education is number one for us to announce and make people aware that look here, Malaysians, this group of children exists. Instead of stepping back, why don't step forward? We have a chance to educate people what is these children all about. Why are they different? Different in what way? It's the ability. So I would choose the youth in the universities first. I can't be going to every company and telling them I would like to educate your employees. But things are changing. For the past 1 or 2 years, I've been receiving inquiries from some companies that ask me that, Sunny, can we participate in your coaching sessions, because it's part of the sustainable development goal where we want our employees to engage in community work and stuff like that. So I think things are changing, and one way we have to educate Malaysia is starting from the youth. The youth are the futures. They are the ones who are going to get married. They are the ones who are going to start a family. So if we can gather all these universities together, the key people in all these organizations to reach out to us. I think one area we need very much is volunteerism, manpower. As you can see during one of our trainings, I sweat the most. So lack of hands. So when we have 10, 20 volunteers, everybody goes home with this knowledge, and they are going to spread the news out. In fact, it has already happened. I tell the volunteers from the universities, it's like, today's assignment is that you need to blast and post everything about your training session with me on social media. Many of them have done that. So maybe that is one of the reasons why another batch of students from another faculty comes back from this particular university, because it's spread out. So I think we are on the right path. Just imagine if we work alongside all universities and learning institutions in the country. So we need to have this focus. We have to work alongside and educate this community so that everybody will have a different perception and come forward to work alongside with us for the betterment of the special needs society, particularly Down syndrome.
And lastly, Coach, your hope for the Down syndrome community?
Me, just like everybody else out there, of course we don't want any child to be born with a disability. But then again, it's science. We all know the causes of disability, causes of Down syndrome. But as long as these children continue to exist, I think I as a Malaysian, it's my social responsibility. Maybe because I have a disabled brother, epileptic cerebral palsy. I want to make a difference. I want to include the Down syndrome in the society. I hope the Down syndrome will complete school just like other children. Every parent's hope. I hope that the Down syndrome will be accepted into sports. I have to mention this, that one of my objectives, my mission, and my hope is like football for the special needs, Down syndrome. Now this may not lead to a national team, but I do hope that with the grassroots development that done, they could engage in another sports, athletics, swimming, and represent the country. See? So, like I said earlier on, the many things that I hope for the society, for the Down syndrome community, they need to be employed. We don't want them to just sit at home and put on weight and eat. Mom and dad isn't going to be there forever. Their siblings are probably going to move on, get married, get jobs. So who looks after them? Welfare society? No. We want them to be independent. How? It's easier said than done. That is why we want people to come forward and offer jobs and offer. They have to be sustaining. We want Down syndrome adults to only live on their own and not just rely on handouts. So I think this is very much agreed by a lot of my friends out there. It's like, let's do something for their mental well-being and their physical well-being, and for them to be self-sustainable when the day comes where they have to work, okay, cari makan people say, or even become my assistant coach. You need to empower them. We need to empower them. We need to empower them with one skill to keep them going on their own when the time comes.
It's been great talking to you, Coach, today. Thank you for your time, and also thank you for your kind effort, and also the strong belief that sports can help our Down syndrome kids and youth to develop themselves as individuals with unique skills in their life.
My pleasure.
So, Coach, let's celebrate together the team today with the hashtag and the stereotypes. Thanks for tuning in. Till we meet again. Goodbye. There you have it. A true insight from an experienced coach who has been involved with the special needs community in the football arena. Coach Sunny has always believed in our Down syndrome kids and youth having true potential ready to be unlocked in their own time, including in the field of football. Our Down syndrome kids and youth want to be treated equally in all aspects of life, including receiving quality education, being accepted by society, finding fulfilling jobs, and leading happy lives. So all we need to do now is give them the same opportunity as other kids, celebrate their success and milestones, be it little, encourage them to explore new boundaries, and last but not least, have faith in them. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, goodbye.